All right, welcome back, everybody. Let me get this video on, and then we will start the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Video capture device. Maybe I can't get it on. Hold on one second, folks. We will see. 1 second. There it is. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. We got Reggie on the couch behind me. He's just being a good boy. All right. I'm going to put the Discord and the merch links in the chat real quick. I'll put my bets in the chat, and then we will start diving in to the Sunday slate. It's not the best slate in the world, honestly. Like, I've seen better, but I don't particularly hate it either. But we'll get that. We'll talk about that in a second here. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching my channel. As always, you guys rule. Genuinely appreciate it when you come and check out and hang out with me and watch my videos and all that fun stuff. So thank you so much. Genuinely do appreciate it. So let me do a couple things here real quick, and then we'll start diving into it. All right, pulling up my bets on DraftKings. Not a sponsor, but DraftKings should sponsor me. Be real sick if you did. DraftKings would rule. And so while I do that, I'm going to pull up the links. Put this baddie on mute. Hi, Mom. Bum, bum, bum. Verify. All right, we got merch going in the chat. Join the Discord as well. I can throw that link in there. Actually, I'll throw that link in there later. But if you want to join the Discord, then let me know, and you're more than welcome to. All right, I got my bets pulled up. So, my bets for the day are we have the Rams +3. If I can type Rams +3. Cardinals +1. Vikings -3. Dolphins -7.5 because I am a homer. And then we got the Giants +6.5 because I believe in Tommy DeVito. We Italians, we got to stick together. And then Panthers +10.5 because, like, that's a lot of points. And I don't think the Chiefs are that good. And I don't think the Panthers are that bad. And then Lions -7.5 because it's the Lions. Yeah, so those are my bets for this week. I did pretty well last week. I think I went like 5-4 or something like that, so not too bad. Yeah, so if you want to match my bets, I've been positive for the year, and that's really all that matters. So if you're new to the stream, new to the channel, I do this every Sunday where I just go down and I give my thoughts on each one of the games in the Sunday slate in this hour. So check out some of my other videos if you like this. Subscribe, buy merch, do all that fun stuff. You guys rule. You're helping make this small channel grow, and I genuinely appreciate that. So, with all that being said, let's jump into the first game. We got the Bears at the Vikings. So, I took the Vikings -3 through DraftKings. They're also -3 through ESPN Bet as well. Now, here's my thing: is I the Vikings 8-2 record's kind of weird because they kind of started off this season like really, really hot, and they've kind of like fallen off for a little bit, but they still have been winning while they fell off for a little bit. So I think the Vikings are still a good football team, and I don't think the Bears are that good. I think Brian Flores' defense is going to absolutely just go ham on Caleb Williams and the Bears offense. Like, I don't think Caleb Williams or receivers are that bad, but I feel like I say this every week. That offensive line is absolutely bad, bad, bad. And I think the Vikings offense will do enough to win. I believe Aaron Jones is playing. Where's the injuries? Injuries are here somewhere. There they are. Yeah, he's not on the injury list, so that's a good sign. DeAndre Swift and Keenan Allen are both questionable for the Bears. So that's not great for them. So, yeah, I think the Vikings win this one pretty easily. It is in Chicago. It's outside at Soldier Field, which Vikings being a dome team, I don't. That kind of makes a difference, but it doesn't make that big of a difference in my mind. You know what I mean? But the Bears kind of looked good last week against the Packers. Their offense looked better without Shane Waldron, which couldn't have looked worse. So that's a good sign. And yeah, I just don't think that I don't know. Their offensive line so bad. Excuse me. And it's just one of those things where it's like Caleb Williams is not the kind of quarterback. Caleb Williams is a good quarterback, and I like Caleb Williams. He's not the kind of quarterback that's meant to hit his back foot and just let it rip. He is the run around, scramble kind of guy. He needs to do less of that and more of the hit the back foot. But at his core, he is the I'm going to hold on to the ball forever and try to make a big play, which for the Bears and their offensive line and their struggles, not great. Not exactly what you want coming out of them. And the Vikings have a really good pass rush. Andrew Van Ginkel, my hero, my heart. I miss him. He's phenomenal. He's so good. And then also Danielle Hunter on the other side. He's really good. Brian Flores, it's just what he does. He picks on bad offenses. I've said this a million times on this channel. I'll say it a million times again. Brian Flores knows how to kick the crap out of bad offenses, and it's what he does. It just, is what it is. The Bears are a bad offense. They did almost beat the Packers last week on that last-minute field goal. Would brought them back to 500. I can't believe this team was 4-1 at one point in time. 4-2, my bad. And they have since lost 4 straight games, so not great for the Bears. Sorry, Shruti. Sorry, Big Cat. Life's kind of rough, but, is what it is. And, yeah, I don't think this one's going to be particularly close. I think the Bears will keep it within 10, 14 points or something like that. But I feel pretty confident the Vikings are going to cover this 3-point spread. And yeah, it should be pretty over for the Bears relatively soon in this one. I just don't see that offense scoring a lot of points. That's all I got on that game. Next up, we got the Lions at the Colts. The Lions have just been bullying all teams recently. They played the entire AFC South this year, and this is their final game. They have beat the Texans, the Jaguars, and the Titans. They murdered the Jaguars. They had that crazy comeback where Jared Goff threw 5 picks against the Texans, and they also blew out the Titans where they scored 40, 50 points or something like that with less than 250 yards of offense, which was absolutely nuts just because special teams and turnovers and stuff like that. So this will load here for a second. Yeah, I think the Lions, that's not what I wanted to click. I think the Lions will also blow out the Colts, how they blew out the Titans and the Jaguars. The Texans are clearly the best team in the AFC South, and it's just like, I don't think the Colts are that bad. Yeah, I look at this 12 for 15, 85 yards, 3 touchdowns. Absolute insanity. 225 yards, 52 points. Bananas. Um, but, like, I don't think the Colts are that bad, so I don't think it's going to be quite as bad of a blowout as it was against the Jaguars and the Titans. But, like, the Lions play like how they have been playing as of late. They should very easily beat the Colts by, like, at minimum 2 touchdowns. On ESPN Bet, they're 7-point favorites. On DraftKings, they are 7.5. I smashed that 7.5. It's just the Lions are just a wagon, man. The Lions are just good. Like, I think they're like top 5 in both offense and scoring defense. Yeah, number 1 in points for 33.6 points per game is nuts. I didn't realize it was that high. Holy crap. Whew. Yeah, and then 17.7 points, a top 5 scoring defense, top 10 in passing, top 5 in rushing. Yeah, Lions going to the Super Bowl. And like I don't know, on the Colts side of the ball, I don't dislike the Colts. Anthony Richardson had a really good game against the Jets. Granted, it's the Jets. If you've been at my channel for a decent amount of time now, you will know that I have no love for the Jets. I think they are a dumpster fire of a team and an organization. And the Colts barely beat them with Anthony Richardson doing, like, heroics where he absolutely just, like, murdered somebody where he ran to the end zone. That was pretty dope. I got to give it to Anthony Richardson. But, like, I don't dislike the Colts. Like, I think they have good talent. I like Shane Steichen, like Anthony Richardson, Michael Pittman, and their other receiver whose name is escaping me at the moment. I like both of those guys. Like, so I don't think the Colts will get blown out as bad as the Jaguars and Titans did, but I also don't think this one's going to be close. The Colts defense is not good, and they do have a good pass rush with, what's his name? Bernard, the guy that punched Sam Darnold in the face. I can't remember, but he's good. DeForest Buckner's pretty good. Kwity Paye. I think the Rams' like strength of their defense is that defensive line, but I don't think it's gonna slow down the Lions' offense enough to make that big of a difference. So yeah, I'm going with the Lions very easily cover this 7-point spread. I think that total hits. I could see this game being like 35 to like 21 or something like that. So pretty confident in both of those things. And the Lions are just a wagon, man. Playing in a dome, which is good for them. Not have to be out there. What's up, X Delta? And Jahmyr Gibbs is really good. David Montgomery is really good. Lions are a wagon, man. Lions are a wagon. X Delta, sorry about your loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday. That was a tough one, man. But it was a beautiful snow game, so we have that going for us. All right, next up, we got the Patriots at the Dolphins. My team, my heart, the Miami Dolphins. They are 7-point favorites. On DraftKings, they're 7.5. I took that bet. Dolphins have been playing really well as of late. Since Tua's come back, the offense has been scoring again, so that's pretty lit. 34 points against the Raiders, 23 against the Rams, 27 against the Bills, 27 against the Cardinals. So there hasn't been a game where Tua's come back. You better not lose to Drake May. That is my biggest fear, honestly. I don't like the Patriots. I hated it'll be Tom Brady PTSD all over again. I know. I had to watch Tom Brady and Bill Belichick just win the AFC East over and over and over again for 20 years. And, it just really bums me out that Drake May looks good. It's nothing personal against him. I don't have anything. It's not personal against Drake May. I just want that to be clear. Anybody that comes in the NFL as a quarterback or a player in general, as long as they're not, bad people, I want nothing but the best for them. I hope they have successful careers. I mean, these guys, get the crap kicked out of them in college and in the NFL. So, it's not personal against Drake May, but, man, I just want him to be bad. I just want him to suck, and it's just a real bummer that he looks really, really good. But the Patriots' offensive line is still really bad. They don't really have great receivers. I like their tight end, Hunter Henry. I liked him way back when he played for the Chargers and stuff, like when they were still the San Diego Chargers. So they got that going for them. But with that being said, the Patriots defense is not that good. Like that has been like a calling card for the Patriots for like years under Bill Belichick, and they're 18th in scoring defense. Like, yeah, that's not great. Yeah, Matthew Stafford threw 4 touchdowns against them last week. Excuse me. They dominated the Bears, but the Bears suck. Yeah, the Jaguars scored 32 points. The Texans scored 41 points. Like, the Patriots are bad. But with that being said, Drake May looks pretty good. I got to give it to him. He looks pretty good. But the Dolphins are on a 2-game win streak. My wife, who is wrong, says 2 games. We'll always have their Mac Jones era, at least in the worst case. Yeah. I never got the Mac Jones hype. Like, I don't know. I didn't think he was that good when he was a rookie. And like, everybody was talking about like how he's like the next coming of Tom Brady, and like how Mac Jones was like this incredible, and like, I don't know. He wasn't that good. And like, he showed that in year 2 and year 3. So I don't know. Whatever. Hopefully, yeah, maybe it is the Mac Jones thing. But like, I watched Mac Jones. Yeah, it's like I watched Mac Jones play, and I was sitting there being like, I don't get why everybody's saying this guy is good. I watched Drake May play, and I'm like, I get it. Like, he looks pretty good. So, but he's a rookie. You never know how these things turn out. Like, development's not always an upward trajectory. It's not always linear. He could very well like dip back down once other teams figure out what he likes to do and all this stuff. So, you never know. I don't take anything to heart from a quarterback's rookie season. And then on the other side of the ball, Dolphins defense has been looking pretty good as of late. Dolphins offense has been looking really good since Tua came back. So Tua is undefeated against the Patriots. He is 6-0, I believe, 7-0, something like that. He's actually undefeated against both the Jets and the Patriots, and he's like 2-8 against the Bills or something crazy, like 1-8 against the Bills or something crazy like that. So in non-Bills divisional games, I am very confident that Tua will win, and he's going to play pretty well. This is in Miami, which is huge. Oh, God, sorry. I got sniffles today. Like that, not having to go up to New England in November is big time for the Dolphins. Like I said, Tua's been looking good. Devon Achane, he has been having an incredible season. Both receiving, like his rushing yards are a little misleading. You got to take into account his receiving yards, but the dude has been playing incredible football. I mean, 530 rushing yards, 349 passing yards, like 3 touchdowns running, 3 touchdowns receiving. Devon Achane's been having a very good year, and I'm very happy about it. I like him. He seems like a good dude. Plays really hard, runs really hard, so I'm glad that he's doing well. And like, they line him up out wide, they give him touches in the backfield, like they just give him the ball in a bunch of different ways, and it's great to see. So according to ESPN's projections, he's on pace to get 1,300 yards rushing and 500 yards receiving, so that'd be really cool. Yeah, Tyreek's looking more like Tyreek. We got to get Jalen Waddle going as well. But overall, I don't know. I think the Dolphins cover this pretty easily. Maybe Drake May has like a generational game and keeps it close, but I think even regardless of how Drake May plays, I think the Dolphins are gonna win this one pretty easily. I think they're gonna get the 3rd win in a row. Then they're gonna go back to 5-6, and I mean they're in this AFC 7 seed wild card race. If we go to the standings real quick, if I can find them, there they are. Go to the playoffs. I mean, Broncos are 6-5, Colts are 5-6, Dolphins are 4-6, Bengals are 4-7. They kind of are out of it since when they lost to the Chargers, but like the Dolphins are in it for the 7 seed, and like, hey, just get into the playoffs and anything can happen. I'm not convinced the Chargers won't have a season of collapse. Like, I mean, maybe Jim Harbaugh prevents that, but you never know. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not out of the question. Dolphins can keep winning. They have a pretty easy schedule. They still get to play the Jets twice, so that's huge. And yeah, they have a shot. I am saying there's a chance. So we'll see. They do currently have a negative 40-point differential. Most of that negative point differential came during the two absence. The games they lost with them outside of this first Bills game, were all close games. Like, they lost by 1 point to the Cardinals, 3 points to the Bills. They won the next two. So I don't know. I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance for the Dolphins. And then we will move on to the next game, which we have Tampa Bay at New York. Big news this week. Daniel Jones was benched during the bye week and then has been released as of like this morning. I think it's official he's released. So we have Tommy DeVito coming in, former third stringer. Had a Linsanity run last year in 2023. The Italian Stallion, the man who still lives with his mom in New Jersey, who makes him cutlets. We love Tommy Cutlets over here at Finned Up. The Giants are 6-point underdogs, according to ESPN. 6.5 points on DraftKings, which is what I use. And, I think Tampa wins. I think Baker plays really well. And I'm assuming Todd Bowles' defense is going to do enough. Mike Evans is coming back for this one? Oh, okay. Well, that still doesn't change my bet, but that makes a difference. Because even with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin out, the Buccaneers' offense hasn't been playing bad. Baker's been doing enough. They can run the ball really well. Liam Cohen seems to be a really good offensive coordinator. My issue with the Bucs is the defense. If Daniel Jones was playing, I'd be like, yeah, this is where Todd Bowles puts on a masterclass and kicks the crap out of Daniel Jones. But Tommy Cutlets, anything could happen with Tommy Cutlets out there. You never know. So I don't think the Giants win. I think they keep it relatively close, and that's why I took them plus 6.5. They got some good rookies like Tyrone Tracy Jr. He looks like a stud. He looks like he could play pretty well. Malik Neighbors has been having a really good year, even with Danny Pennies throwing him the football. So I don't know if he's going to play in this one. He got that concussion at the end of the Panthers game in Germany or whatever. So he's questionable. We'll see. They got some injuries on the defensive side of the ball. And with that being said, the Giants' defense has actually been playing pretty well all year long. I don't think their defense is bad by any means. So if they get just some offensive production, then I think they're going to be competitive and at least in games. I don't know how many games they're going to win, but I think they're going to be close. I don't think, Tommy DeVito is a world beater. I don't think he's the greatest quarterback in the world, but he cannot be as bad as Daniel Jones. Good God, man. Watching that Germany Panthers game where it's also the Cowboys Thursday night game. I'm just thinking of all the primetime games. I sat down and watched Daniel Jones play football for fourth quarters. He missed so many wide open receivers over and over again. And I don't know how he got this far. So I think the Giants offense can be better. I still don't think they're going to be good. But like I said, there's no way Tommy DeVito can be as bad as Daniel Jones was. And on the Tampa Bay side of things, like I said, I think their offense is really good. I don't think Todd Bowles' defense is that good, but I think he's playing the Giants, so it'll be better. Yeah, this game should be boring, but Giants plus 6.5. I think they keep it close. I think Tommy Cutlets finds some magic. All right, next up we got Dallas at Washington. I thought this one was in Dallas originally. I didn't realize it was in Washington. Regardless, Commanders should kick the crap out of the Cowboys. Cowboys defense is so bad. I think they're second in the NFL in worst defense, right behind the Panthers. Other football channels think they put Tommy over Drew because it helps the tank. I could see that, but my thing is like I just don't think NFL teams like actually tank, you know? It's kind of my thought is like it's like you tank in hockey and you tank in like the NBA because like you can get like for a hockey team or an NBA team like where you don't have that many people out there on the field at one time, like a single player can make a huge difference. Like LeBron single-handedly carried the Cleveland Cavaliers for like years and years in Cleveland. Easy, buddy. I'll let you out. All right. Where was I? Yeah, like LeBron, like single-handedly, like carried the Cavs for like years in Cleveland. Like if you look at like Sidney Crosby or like Alex Ovechkin in hockey, like yeah, like those guys like make the entire team and like single-handedly made those teams good. I don't really think that's how football works. Like I get it, you need a quarterback, but like it's just also you need to develop a quarterback, and so I don't know. I think maybe they just want to see what they have with Tommy Cutlitz and see what he can do. Or maybe Brian Daboll just really liked him because it seemed like he liked him last year when he went on that little run. So, I don't know. I don't think teams tank, but that's just my opinion. If other people disagree, whatever. But yeah, back to the Cowboys. 31st in scoring defense. The only team that's worse is the Carolina Panthers. So when you're right up there with the Carolina Panthers in any kind of statistic, you're not good. Dak being hurt for the offense makes a big difference. I have not been impressed with Cooper Rush. A lot of things going wrong with that offense. I honestly I don't get why the Cowboys just don't throw in Trey Lance and just like see what they got and see what they learn with him. Like he can't be as bad as Cooper Rush is, and like they're not gonna win these games anyway. Like, yeah, like my thing is Trey Lance should have never been a first round draft pick to begin with. Like he played like 8 games in college or something like that, and like he wasn't particularly good. Not like granted, like he is like a very good athlete, and he's got a lot of just like natural traits, but like if you're gonna take a raw talent guy like that, then develop him. And he wasn't really a fit for like what Shanahan was doing in San Francisco. I doubt he's really a fit for what Mike McCarthy wants to do in Dallas. But like, I don't know, just like throw him out there and let him learn. Like, let him play. Like, just tell him like it doesn't matter if you win or lose. It doesn't matter if you play terribly. Just go and do it. Like, because like I said, there's no like the Cowboy season isn't going anywhere, and there's no way he can be as bad as Cooper Rush, and like Dak's on IR, like he's not coming back this season. So like I don't know, man. Just throw out Trey Lance. That's kind of my thought, and just like see how he does. Yeah, and what was it? Monday night against Texas? Yeah, Monday night. CeeDee Lamb just looks. I feel bad for CeeDee Lamb more than I feel bad for anybody else because CeeDee is still really, really good, and boy is he just dealing with all the crap that's going on with the Cowboys. Like, oh, he made some big plays on Monday night. He was wide open and got missed. And like the person who I feel worse for on the Cowboys is CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb is like actually really good and like actually works really hard. And like yeah, he's the dude that I feel bad for. On the other side of the ball, the Commanders are a good football team, but not a great football team, in my opinion. They could beat the bad teams, which they do, and they lose to the good teams. Like they lost to the Ravens and the Steelers and the Eagles, and then they lost like a game like week 2 or something. I forget who they lost to, but the Commanders are a good team and they have a bright future. I came into this season saying I think Jaden Daniels is going to be good. I like Dan Quinn. I like Cliff Kingsbury as their coach. But, like, the defense is lacking a lot of talent on that side of the ball. I think they need a couple other good wide receivers on the offensive side of the ball. So, like, Commanders are a good, not great team. And they will probably be better next year and the year after. But that's not a bad place to be for a first-year head coach in Dan Quinn and a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like, I will be above 500 and maybe sneak into the playoffs, like with my coach who's in his first year and my rookie quarterback, like, I don't think that's a bad place to be. And they have a CD should have abandoned ship last season. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of get it from like it's CD's point of view though. Like I get the loyalty, and I think he likes playing with Dak. Honestly, like I think CD like it and Dak have a thing going, but now that Dak's hurt, like yeah, he's just kind of in a rough spot. Um, where was I? The Commanders' offense is very good. The Cowboys' defense is very very bad. And I don't think the Cowboys' offense like I don't think the Commanders' defense is particularly good, but it's the Cowboys' offense is so bad that it doesn't matter. And yeah, I think I took this one, didn't I? No, I didn't take the Commanders -11. That was a little too steep, a little too many points for my bones. But yeah, I don't think this one's close. I think the Commanders win it pretty easily. The Cowboys are just sad. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much the extent of it. I don't have much to say outside of that. Next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Panthers. The Chiefs are 10.5 point favorites, and the Panthers are 3-7 coming off the bye, coming off their big win over the Cowboys in Germany. Dan Quinn has to destroy the Cowboys defense just to listen. Like I get the Cowboys defense has some injuries this year. I get they got like some stuff going on like as far as that goes, but Dan Quinn clearly made a huge difference in that defense. Like Mike Zimmer is not a good defensive coordinator, and yeah, like everything I heard about the Cowboys last season, his time in Atlanta, and now his time coaching for the Commanders, people love Dan Quinn. Like players love playing for Dan Quinn, and they play hard for him. And like I people aren't a huge fan of Mike Zimmer, so like I think that makes a big difference. And like, yeah, Dan Quinn clearly a very good defensive coordinator. I don't think he's the greatest head coach in the world based off his time in Atlanta, but he's an above average head coach. So yeah, I like Dan Quinn. I think he's a cool dude. Yeah, the 27-3 stain that is the big thing that's gonna bring Dan Quinn down. And his last like 2 or 3 years in Atlanta were real bad. Hold on, I'm gonna pull that up real quick just because I'm curious. I remember them being not good. Yeah, 7-9, 7-9 started off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He kind of flamed out in Atlanta, but I mean, like the Super Bowl years, those are pretty good. He really had like 2 good years as a head coach, and then he parlayed that into like 2 more years. I'm like, yeah, you can't go back to back seasons under 500 and then start off 0-5. Like, yeah, yeah. But I don't have anything. I don't have an issue with Dan Quinn as a person. Seems like a good dude. Seems like a great guy. But yeah, I don't think he's the best head coach in the world. But like, hey, hopefully he finds something in Washington. All right, where was I? All right, Chiefs at Panthers. ESPN has them at +10.5. DraftKings has them at +10. I took the Panthers. Um, Listen, I don't think the Panthers are a good football team by any means whatsoever. Like they are 3-7 for a reason. I think the Chiefs win this game and don't really have any issues. But the Panthers are playing better. Like Bryce Young since he's come back from the bench, like he hasn't looked bad. Like he's still like a young second year quarterback. He's still got like his qualms and his issues, but like Bryce Young doesn't look terrible. He doesn't look like the worst quarterback in the world. Um, he doesn't have a whole lot of offense. Like Xavier Leggett's really good. Dude, if the Chiefs beat the Bills last week and went 10-0 and then lost to the Panthers this week, that would have been the funniest thing ever. I agree with you. But like, I don't know. I don't think the Panthers are that bad. Their defense is real bad. Their defense is real bad. Their offense is okay. I like Chuba Hubbard. I like Xavier Legette. Offensively, they got some things going for them. Like I said, I don't think Bryce Young's not playing bad. The Chiefs' offense is not very good. Like Patrick Mahomes has not been playing very good this year. Xavier Worthy's having a tough time in his rookie season catching the ball and staying in bounds. Travis Kelce looks old. I don't know. There's a lot of issues with the Chiefs' offense. So I don't know. That's like stoppable force meets movable movable object for the Chiefs' offense versus the Panthers' defense. But I don't know. I think the Chiefs' defense is way, way better than the Panthers' offense. But like I don't know. Maybe Bryce finds some magic. Maybe him and Dave Canales find some magic and get things done. That's kind of what I'm banking on. Like I have no delusions that the Panthers are going to win this game. I truly don't think they will, but I think they cover. I don't think the Chiefs blow them out by like, more than 10 points or whatever. Like I don't know, maybe they're getting better. They had a whole bye week after Germany. Like I said, the Panthers seem to be playing better each week. They're on a 2-game win streak, which is huge for them. They kept it close against the Broncos. The Commanders kicked the crap out of them, but that was Andy Dalton. All right, that was a little different. Pretty sure Bryce Young played in the Broncos game. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while, and yeah, Bryce Young didn't have a terrible game. And they can run the ball with Chuba. Chuba's a really good running back. So I am on the Panthers are not good, but they are a improving football team, and that is my official stance on the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young made some pretty impressive plays against the Giants. Granted, it was the Giants, but the Giants' defense is not terrible. Really, Daniel Jones lost them that game. So, I don't know. I think Panthers keep it close. I think the Chiefs overlook the Panthers and do some stupid stuff that they don't need to do, and that's probably what's going to happen. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. Nico Collins is back. Mayo Man. Will Levis, my hero, he's been playing 2 games for the Titans since he came back from that AC joint injury. Will Levis hasn't been playing particularly great, but he hasn't been playing hilariously bad as he did prior to his injury. And that kind of bums me out because like I like hilariously bad Will Levis. Exactly. Just have rookie quarterbacks play bad teams and everything will work out well for them. Or just like, develop them. Don't just throw them out there and be like, oh, you need to be a superstar now, because like that never works, like ever. But yeah, it's the same thing with Will Levis. Like he kind of got thrown to the Wolves last season. He's kind of getting thrown to the Wolves this year. But like I don't know. He's playing better. Still haven't won a game with Levis playing, because I'm pretty sure, this was a Mason Rudolph game. This was also Will Levis got hurt. So, yeah, the Titans are bad. Their defense is like surprisingly good though. Like I gotta give it to the Titans defense is like, it's not bad. I think 26 points against, but like it's because their offense can't move the ball. Their defense is surprisingly good. It's kind of like the Jets the past couple years where it's like their defense is good, but then their offense is so bad that like the defense is on the field all the time and they get worn down. Yeah. The fact that Malik Willis came in and beat the Titans in that game against the Packers, like, that had to sting. I do think Brian Callahan, while I'm not a huge fan of a coach, is probably better for quarterback development with Will Levis than Vrabel was with Malik Willis. But like, yeah, I don't know. Probably get a starting contract now or a decent backup job anyway. I mean, like, he's got a decent backup job in Green Bay. LaFleur seems to like him. So like, he's probably going to be in Green Bay for a while if I had to guess, unless like a team's trying to like, give him a starting position. But I don't think anybody's going to give him a starting position anytime soon, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You never know. I could be wrong. Maybe he'll go to like the Giants or something like that. I don't know. Anything could happen. Um, yeah, Titans offense is bad. I don't think it's all on Will Levis. Their offensive line's not that good. I don't think Calvin Ridley is playing particularly great. Tony Pollard's fine. Um, and like I said, Will Levis hasn't been playing great, but I don't think Will Levis is that bad. Like I don't think he's that bad, unless except for the early part of the year when he was doing the hilarious things. But like he's stopped doing that, and while it bums me out, good for him. On the Texans side of the ball, I think the Texans defense is incredible. I think they are real good under D'Amico Ryans. Will Anderson Jr., their one pass rusher, and then the guy on the other side whose name always Danielle Hunter. That's right, Danielle Hunter. Danielle Hunter doesn't play for the Vikings anymore. He used to play for the Vikings. Sorry. The memes were so good. I wish he went on a generational run for like 6 weeks straight. It was beautiful. And I just like every time I just like throw on the Titans game on like one of my TVs and I just stare and I just wait for like him to do something memeable. He hasn't been doing anything memeable, and it's kind of been a bummer. But yeah, on the Texans side of the ball, C.J. Stroud still playing good enough. He hasn't quite looked as good as he did last season, but Joe Mixon's having an incredible year for the Texans. Dude's playing incredibly well. Nico Collins is back, which is really good for the Texans offense. I still think Tank Dell is an underused, underrated wide receiver. The Texans are 7.5-point favorites. I did not bet them just because I feel like it's a divisional game. Weird things happen. Texans' interior offensive line is not great. And I think the Titans probably keep it closer. But I do think the Texans win this one pretty easily. I'd be shocked if the Texans didn't win this game. But, like, I don't know. I was shocked that they lost to the Jets. So, like, I'm wrong about stuff all the time. Like, they could very easily lose this one. You never know. Anything's possible. Yeah, and I got nothing else on this one. I think this is going to be a snoozer of a game, honestly. Next up, we got the Broncos at the Raiders. The Broncos are going to kick the crap out of the Raiders. This one's not even going to be close, in my opinion. I think I bet Denver minus 5.5. I did not bet Denver minus 5.5. I'm going to make that bet as soon as I'm done with the stream. But yeah, I don't think the Raiders are good at all. And they're pretty banged up. I just chalk it up to Thursday football. It's unpredictable like the division games. That's fair. Yeah, Thursday night football is always weird. I mean, like we saw this past week with the Browns and the Steelers where the Browns won like a crazy snow game and it looked like the Steelers should have just like kicked the crap out of the Browns, but like they couldn't get anything done. That's fair. Thursday night games are weird. I agree with you. But yeah, I just think the Broncos kicked the crap out of the Raiders. The Raiders offense isn't very good. It is better with Scott Turner and Norv Turner running it instead of Luke Getsky, because as we learned in their first week against the Dolphins last week, if you just like throw the ball a bunch to Brock Bowers, good things are going to happen for your offense. And I don't know why Luke Getsky was just like, no, I'm just not going to throw the ball to Brock Bowers. Brock is a very good tight end. He's having a heck of a year, like 70 catches for over 700 yards. Need to get him a few more touchdowns, but like I don't know, it is what it is. But like the entire Raiders offense is Brock Bowers, and like I think Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator for the Broncos, is a good enough defensive coordinator to realize like if we just take away Brock Bowers, we're gonna be fine. And then on the other side of the ball, the Raiders defense is really bad. And Bo Nix is getting better week after week. Threw 4 touchdowns against the Falcons last week. The Falcons defense is real bad, but like still, 4 touchdowns is 4 touchdowns. And the Broncos have a good offensive line. Like they can pass protect and run block pretty well. But like their receivers are not good. Cortland Sutton is like a slower possession guy who makes good catches, but like they don't have a lot of people for Bo Nix to throw the ball to in Denver. And, like, Javonte Williams is a good running back. Jaleel McLaughlin and their other guy whose name escapes me, they're good running backs, but they're not, like, world beaters by any means. And Bo Nix is playing well. Like, he's doing exactly what Sean Payton asked him to do. He's making impressive throws, really zipping around. Like, I have been impressed by Bo Nix. And the thing that's, like, most encouraging is, like, he didn't, like, come out of the gate, like, hot and just, like, start, like, playing really well. He seemed to, like, progressively get better week after week. Like, it's, like, a gradual, like, climb upwards. And, like, that is the most encouraging thing is, like, yeah, sometimes he does some boneheaded things. Sometimes he misses some throws. But, like, he seems to be playing better every single week. And so I like Bo Nix. I think he's pretty good. And I think he's going to pick apart a bad Raiders defense. I think they're just going to, like, similar to the Raiders offense, they pretty much just have Max Crosby, and that's it, So they just got to, like, keep him contained, and they should be fine. Same deal. Keep Brock Bowers contained on the other side of the ball. They should be fine. He's going to be bringing in Sam Darnold next year. Nah, man. The Raiders are going to draft, like, Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward or something like that. I don't think they're bringing in Sam Darnold. I think they tried that with Gardner Minshew, and they're like, yeah, let's just get a rookie. Now, whether or not they develop a rookie and make him good, who knows? But I do not think they're going to bring in Sam Darnold. I doubt it. With the way the Gardner Minshew experiment went this year, I don't know. I don't believe. Yeah, I think the Broncos are going to kick the crap out of them. It is a divisional game, like you said. They have a lot. Yeah. Their secondary is bad. Other than Jack Jones, they got nothing going on in the secondary. The linebackers are bad. Yeah, I kind of see it, but, like, I don't know, man. I think, when was the last time the Raiders drafted, like, a first round quarterback? It's been a while, right? Because what they had, yeah, Derek Carr. Yeah, so 2014. It's been 10 years since they drafted a first round quarterback. It's like, I don't know. I think they're going to, and I agree with you. The rookie quarterback class is kind of meh. Like, it's pretty much Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward against the world. The dude from Alabama, I don't think's very good. Okay, so then the last time they drafted a first round quarterback was probably Jamarcus Russell, right? Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, because, like, if Derek Carr was a second rounder. Hold on, let me pull it up. Because now I'm curious. Oh, no, no reason to say my bad. I appreciate you helping me out over here. Yeah. So the last time they drafted the first round draft pick was Jamarcus Russell. So I don't know. Something tells me they're going to pick either Shedeur or Cam Ward and build a team around them. And I'm leaning towards Shedeur because I think they kind of want to get Deion Sanders too. Well, like, this is just all me projecting, though. I have nothing to, hang my hat on here. But, like, I don't know. I think they're going to get a quarterback. I don't think they're going to bring in Sam Darnold. It just would be such a weird thing to me. But, yeah, you never know. All right. After the side tangent, yeah, I think the Broncos are going to kick the crap out of the Raiders. But it's a divisional game. Anything can happen. I could very well be wrong. The next up, we got the 49ers at the Packers. The 49ers have just not looked good. The Packers barely beat the Bears last week. Oh, Brock Purdy isn't playing. I didn't even realize Brock Purdy was hurt. Oh, crap. When did that happen? Hold up. Oh, Brock Purdy's ruled out. Okay. I didn't see that at all. I've had a lot going on these past couple of days, so I didn't see it. But, like, if Brock Purdy's been dealing with shoulder stuff, I did not know that. Huh. Okay. If Brock Purdy's hurt, I am smashing the Packers -5.5. I don't even know who the 49ers backup quarterback is. Is it CJ Beathard? Is that who it is? No, CJ Beathard's on the Jaguars. Who is their backup quarterback? Brandon Allen. Never heard of the dude. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Just yeah, it's yeah, if Brock Purdy's out for a significant time, I don't think oh, they got the Packers, the Bills, the Bears aren't that good. The Rams are a decent team. The Dolphins, oh yeah, this is a outside of like the Bears, this is a real tough stretch of games for the 49ers to end the season. Yeah, I agree with you. Phone it in and build some talent around Brock. Just let him sit and not get hurt again. Because, like, yeah, they're probably going to lose the Packers today with the backup quarterback. And, yeah, they got a real tough schedule down the stretch. So, yeah, I didn't even realize Brock Purdy was out until just now. But, yeah, if Brock Purdy's out, I'm smashing the Packers. And that's pretty much, yeah, Bosa's out too. Yeah, just that's going to be a rough game for the 49ers, especially without Purdy. Okay, next up, we got the Cardinals at Seattle. I believe if the Seahawks win this game, they will be first place in the NFC West. Yeah, I could very well see Jordan Love throwing like 3 boneheaded picks, and that's how they lose the game. But I agree with you. That's pretty much the only way they lose the game is like Jordan Love just doing real dumb stuff. So, hopefully he doesn't for the Packers' sake, but you never know. Okay, we got the Cardinals at the Seahawks. I believe if the Seahawks win this game, they will be first place in the NFC West. Obviously, if the Cardinals win, they will be first place in the NFC West. The Seahawks are weird. The Seahawks are so weird. Like, sometimes they look like an incredibly good football team that can do no wrong. Sometimes they look really bad. Yeah, the NFC West has been crazy. It's shocking to me that like the Cardinals have really been the most consistent team out of all of them. I have written part of it already this morning. It's gonna be pretty good. I hope you like it. Yeah, the Cardinals had some rough games early against the Bills and the Lions, but they really found their footing recently. And most surprisingly is the Cardinals defense has been playing well. Like, granted, like they played against the Bears and the Jets and the Chargers who don't have particularly good offenses, but like that's a pretty solid stretch of games. And like Homer pick, the Dolphins defense offense is like actually pretty good. Like Tua played incredibly well in that game, and so yeah, I think the Cardinals they're getting hot. They found something. I think they're going to play really well against the Mike Macdonald defense in Seattle. I like Mike Macdonald as a head coach. I think he's a very good coach. Yeah, the last minute field goal, the walk-off game-winning field goal was tough. But like granted I watched that game and like the Cardinals played like Kyler Murray made big time throw and big time play in that game. Like I got to hand to him. Like it wasn't like the Dolphins like, pooped their pants. Like the Cardinals went out and like won that game. So like I was impressed. I was really impressed with their beatdown against the Bears and the Jets. Like they played 2 bad teams and they kicked the crap out of 2 bad teams as they should. So like I think the Cardinals are good. I like Marvin Harrison Jr., James Conner, Trey McBride. I think they're very good. The Seahawks is the wild card here because the Seahawks could look like a Super Bowl team or they could look like the worst team ever. And there's no in between, and it's really weird. I took the Cardinals +1 on DraftKings. Arizona or ESPN Bet has them at -1, but like really, it just depends on which Seahawks team shows up. Like I have no idea, but I am more confident in the Cardinals. and it's at home, which surprisingly, the Seahawks do not play well at home, which is really, really weird. Usually they have one of the biggest home advantages in all of football. And so, yeah, I don't know. It just depends on which Seahawks team shows up, honestly. Next up, we have the last game of Sunday. And that's perfect because I have 5 minutes left, so I'm going to get through these two real quick. We got the Eagles at the Rams. The Eagles have won 6 straight games. They appear to be on an absolute wagon right now. And like, as much as I hate Nick Sirianni, as much as I hate his dumb, punchable face, the Eagles are really good. Like, Jalen Hurts is good. Saquon has been playing, like, for what Joe Mixon has been doing for the Texans, Saquon has been doing even more for the Eagles. Not since that Bills game where they got shouted, apparently. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Something weird's going on in Seattle. But yeah. I think the Eagles are really good. I think the Rams are fine. Like, I don't think the Rams are particularly great. I don't think they're that bad. Their offensive line needs a lot of work, and the Eagles' defensive line, I think, is going to bully the Rams' offensive line. Matt Stafford's still really good. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are still really good. Their defense on the Rams side has been playing much better. Like Jared Verse, their second round draft pick was his name. The two guys from Braden Fisk, they have a really good defensive line, and like they seem to be making up for the hole Aaron Donald left, just like between the two of them. So that's good. But I still think the Eagles are a really good football team. They just have so much talent offensively. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think they should. I think the Rams should commit to a full rebuild. Something tells me though, like I don't think Sean McVay wants to commit and do all the work of a full rebuild. So that's my only thing is like because Sean McVay's been contemplating like calling it quits and retiring like as is, and like I think if they're like, hey Sean, we're doing a full rebuild, I think he's gonna be like, peace guys, I'm out. So I don't know though, but I could be very wrong. But yeah, I agree. I think if they don't make the playoffs this year, just trade Stafford, get something out of him, and then yeah, commit to a full rebuild. I agree with you 100%. I just don't know if they're gonna commit to doing that, but you never know. Um, yeah, I think this is gonna be a close game. I think either team can win very easily. I did bet the Rams +3 because like I think the Rams can win. Yeah, I mean like I wouldn't at all be shocked. Like the Eagles came out and won by like 10 points. Sure. The Rams came out and won by like a touchdown or 10 points. Sure. Like any outcome in this one wouldn't really surprise me. I do think it's going to be close though. Um, yeah, it should be a fun one. We should have a good Sunday night game. All right, I got 2 minutes left. So we're going to do the Monday night game real quick. It's nice how well the Rams are drafted of all teams. Yeah. No, the Rams know what they're doing. Like the Rams are like Sean McVay and I think Les Snead is the GM's name. Like they are both very good at their jobs. Like there's a reason the Rams went through the Super Bowl in 2018 and then won it in 2021. You know, like they know what they're doing. They're a good football team and like yeah, like they're going to be fine long term as long as Sean McVay stands there or stays there. It just really like I said from what I heard in the media and stuff like that is he doesn't want to commit to a full rebuild and he might retire if they do that. And like, I don't know. All right, last game. I got 2 minutes. We got the Ravens at the Chargers. The Chargers defense is really good. Their offense is meh. The Ravens offense is really good. Their defense is meh. I think this is going to be a fun, close game. I do think the Ravens win. See, I think I like Jim Harbaugh and I like the Chargers, the Hardball Bowl. And like the Ravens did beat Harbaugh did beat the other Harbaugh in the Super Bowl way back when. So, I don't know, he's kind of got his number. But no, I just think I like Jim Harbaugh. I think he's a good coach. He wins everywhere he goes. I don't think they're quite there yet. I think the Ravens are really good. And like I watched that Chargers offense do nothing for a quarter and a half against the Bengals and let the Bengals like sneak back into that game. Like good teams don't do that. And like I said, I think the Chargers are on their way there, but I don't think they're there quite yet. So I think the Ravens win this game. I'll put an official bet in tomorrow just because I want to see how the lines move. I don't want to see injuries and stuff like that. But that is the live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Thanks for getting into the chat, especially you, Crimson Striker. I think your Lions are going to kick the crap out of the Colts today. I think they're going to win by like 20 points, so I hope you enjoy that. And yeah, thanks for watching and being here. Subscribe, like, buy some merch, do all that fun stuff. And I love you guys. Bye. Oh, can you recommend an off-season idea? Yeah, go for it. Owners meetings? Ooh, I like it. I don't know that much about the NFL owners as people, but I like that idea and I can definitely look into it. I like that recommendation. I need to work on a Jerry Jones impression. That'll be a work in progress. I don't think I can do a very good Jerry Jones impression, and I'm not going to try one right now. But I like that idea, and I will definitely look into it. But I'm going to go. I love all you guys, and everybody enjoy your Sunday, and I hope your team wins, and I hope your bets hit. All right. Love you guys.